Selling your home can be time-consuming and emotionally challenging, but what exactly should you do to get your home ready for sale? Joining us now is Karen King, team leader of the Karen King Group at RE/MAX Prestige in Wilbraham, with the do's and don'ts of selling your home. Karen, we got to cover the don'ts and the do's.
Right.
Let's start with the don'ts, so
Okay.
everyone knows what they shouldn't do. All right, the first thing is the light that you use in your home does matter. So what light should you not use?
You should not use those fluorescent lights that create white light, very cold looking.
Okay, yes, of course. You don't want it to look cold in your home. What about the kitchen counters? What shouldn't you leave on your counters?
You should not leave what you probably presently have on there, everything. So yeah, don't leave everything out because you want to make it less cluttered.
So you don't want to leave papers, knickknacks, all that stuff. You
No,
don't want that. All right.
nothing.
What about wallpaper? Do you want to leave that up?
No, you need to take the wallpaper down. People are not into the wallpaper scene anymore, so wallpaper needs to come down.
I know it's a lot of work. People don't want to have to go through all the trouble of pulling the wallpaper down,
I
but it's
know.
something that matters.
There are some paints that you can paint over it sometimes,
I
so
never heard of that. Well, see,
think about that.
we'll have to let people stay tuned for all the do's, right? So now, if you have wall-to-wall carpet, should you leave it? What do you suggest?
No, it needs to go. If it's in bad shape, or if you have hardwood floor underneath, just get rid of that wall-to-wall carpeting.
Now, clutter in your home, the furniture arrangement, we actually have a picture of what you shouldn't do, or what you shouldn't, how you
Okay,
shouldn't leave your
great.
house. So obviously you want to make sure that the furniture arrangement is inviting.
This is actually a picture from a multiple listing service, believe it or not. And so this is not what you want to have. You do not want to leave your room a mess.
It seems like it goes without saying, but I guess
Right.
some people do need to be told you can't
They
leave your
do.
home a mess.
This is an actual picture from a live listing.
Should people leave out collectibles, silk flowers, kind of like the extra decorations?
No, they should not.
Okay.
They should take everything away.
So all those special things, collectibles,
All
all
the
that.
wonderful things you like, you know, you're going to be moving anyway. Let's put them in a box and get them out.
Stage your home and make it look nice. What about candles? People want to make their home smell nice. Candles, plug-ins, air fresheners.
Do not. It's a no. There's so many allergies nowadays, and even with if you're a smoker, if there's pet odors, you do not want to have that be your first impression for someone. So it's best not to get the Febreze out before the showing, and do not have the candles. No sense.
Okay, what about mail, prescriptions, anything that contains private information or is very personal? What about that?
Right, that cannot be out. You need to get rid of that. Just get rid of anything that has your name on it, your personal things, even in the closets if they're uniforms and different things. You just want to maintain your privacy.
Right, of course. You don't want, and even if it's in a cabinet that can be open, maybe you want to lock that stuff
That
up.
happens.
Yes, because you don't want anyone snooping. Personal information or jewelry boxes as well. You don't want anyone to see any kind of jewelry that you
Right,
have.
because a lot of people have the jewelry boxes sitting on the bureaus in their home. So get rid of it, put it away.
Now let's talk about outside of your home really quickly. What shouldn't you do?
You should not have shrubbery hanging all over the house and blocking it, you know, such as this, because it would make such a great picture if you had everything trimmed up nicely. You know, get the cars out of the driveway, have it looking neat. Sit in front of your home and look at it.
Okay, wonderful. So we've covered all the do's, Karen. Now
All the don'ts.
We covered all the do's, the
Oh,
don'ts.
do-
Yes,
right.
we're going to cover all the do's. So if
We have
anyone wants to know
lots
what
to
they
go
should
over.
do, stay tuned. Yes, of course. Thank you so much, Karen. So we will let you know what you should do to sell your home up next. Still ahead on Massive. On selling your home, we're going to let you know the do's that you should remember. We've already covered the don'ts. We're back with Karen King. She's a realtor in Wilbraham. Great to have you here, Karen.
Thanks.
All right, the do's. What type of lighting should you have in your home?
Warm lighting, something with yellow tints in it. Even if there's a lampshade that possibly has tint inside, you know, just to make a nice glow, like a warm light glow.
Right, so it's inviting and cozy.
Right.
Nothing cold. What about the counters? What is okay to leave out in the kitchen?
Only what you really need to use every day. You don't want to have anything out that you're not going to use, because you want it to make it look as fresh and inviting as possible, and that kitchen as large. It makes the counters look larger. So let's just get rid of anything that you don't need and just have something. Even a bowl of fruit is always nice. something like that.
Colorful,
Right.
yes. So you want to make the counter space look like there's a lot of it, even if there isn't.
Right,
Yeah, make the most of it.
exactly.
If you do take the wallpaper down, which you suggest that people do, what color should the walls be when you paint them?
Get yourself a 5-gallon bucket of beige or a light brown. That's what the relocation properties do. Those are the ones that will sell the quickest. So what you need to do is just keep it as neutral, an empty palette, so that people just can picture their own colors in there.
Right, of course. And this is actually a picture of the neutral walls and how it does make it look very clean and
Yeah, less is more,
simple.
and just very simple.
All right, when you pull up the wall-to-wall carpeting and there's hardwood underneath, you absolutely want to try to do that if you can.
Right, and a lot of people are afraid to pull up the carpeting because of the fact they're worried about what the floors are going to look up underneath. But there's some great cleaning products that they sell out there that will just make a nice glow in the pictures. So you definitely want to do that, or replace the carpet. You know, in some cases, if there's a lot of stains, it's worth it just to put down, you know, just get a builder grade carpet and put something down to make it look great.
It'll make a big difference. Now, clutter on the walls. You don't want to keep up collectibles or any knickknacks or anything. What is okay to leave up?
You can leave up happy family pictures. You know, it's nice to see a home that has some nice happy family pictures there. Some neutral, maybe landscape pictures and that on the wall. In this particular case, you know, that we took out any doilies or any collectible items in the curio cabinet, just to leave something on each shelf, but keep it very simple.
Right, less is more, like you said. And you suggest that sellers write a Dear Buyer letter.
That's the greatest advice that we have, because realtors only have certain amounts of information that we can write in our listings. So if you are a seller and you write a letter to the buyer, it's as if you're speaking to them because you're not going to be there for the showings.
Right.
So it might talk about the schools that you know, the children have really enjoyed that you love sitting on your back deck, looking at the wildlife at night, the things that you've enjoyed most about it, why you're selling, maybe because you're relocating. You know, that it's your decision. You're not forced into selling this home, but that, you know, someone else can love it as much as you have.
Right, and that is a very good advice, of course. You can really personalize it and make people feel like they want to live in that home.
Absolutely.
What about the curb appeal? How important is that?
The curb appeal is everything, because as much as we, you know, people can look on the internet and see what the pictures are, they then get in the car and drive by. So you need to just get the mulch out, trim all the shrubs, get the trees away from the house, and you know, now's the time to call that fertilizer guy and get that grass looking really green.
Yes, because as great as those pictures look on the internet, they're
Right.
still going to drive by and see it. So make it look
Exactly.
pretty. And last but not least, if someone's going to do any type of improvement on their home, a big project, what is worth doing?
The roof is, again, that's the curb appeal. Banks won't finance on a roof that is older in some cases. The furnace, the windows, the big ticket items, those are the things that will, and the kitchens and baths. Always kitchens and baths. You don't have to have granite, have a good laminate if that's all you can afford, but freshen everything up.
Right, and I think the lesson learned here, the takeaway message, is that you do have to put a little bit of work in, maybe a little bit of money, before you sell your home.
That, and price it right.
Price it right.
Exactly.
Take your expert's advice, listen to the expert. Well, Karen, it's great to have you here. Thank you so
My
much.
pleasure. Thank you,
And if
Ashley.
you'd like to see these tips again, you can visit us online at mymassappeal.com later on today.